Today we are privileged to be joined by the extraordinary orphan Huckleberry Finn, boy with incredible stories of his adventures with his friend Jim. Jim is a runaway slave seeking the freedom of his family and his own. Huck's story is one of humble origins and struggle. Through these experiences, he changes his view on life, liberty, religion, and slavery.
Hi y'all, this is Redneck here, and welcome to this my durable straw hat. You can order this straw hat for $12.99. Again, $12.99 at redneck.com or 1-800-REDNECK. Again, now redneck.com or 1-800-REDNECK. I'm out.
Huck, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, glad to be here.
So tell us where you're from.
I don't want to talk about it.
Huck, please, it's critical to the understanding of your adventures with Jim and why you left home at such a young age.
Well, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. Grew up poor, uncivilized, hungry, and a thief. I didn't get in much of the way with friends and family.
Who raised you, Huck?
My pap for a while, until he got drunk and started beating the hell out of me and left me. Widow Douglas had been trying to civilize me. She believed it be her Christian duty to help a boy like me.
Why just your pap? What about your mom?
She died when I was young. I don't know if Pap got drunk because of that, but he beat me for fun.
Did he feel at home with either?
Not really, as both of them were ignorant to the reality of life.
How so?
Widow Douglas was blinded by self-righteousness, religion, and thought through the eyes of the Bible, never what she saw through her own eyes or experiences.
And your pap?
He was corrupted by the bottle, full of jealousy, corruption, bigotry, and ignorance. Never saw past his own opinions.
Sounds like you learned on that you changed your mind on the world.
Yeah, I have. I needed to.
What changed?
Jim.
Jim?
He taught me everything. He taught me what was right and what was wrong, beyond the views of religion and bigotry.
How are you and Jim connected?
Well, he was a slave of my patron sister, Miss Watson. He overheard her that he was going to sell him to a trader back in the South. That's almost a death sentence for a slave. Then he escaped to Jackson Island, and that's where I met him.
Excuse me, why were you there?
I was there because I was avoiding my father's shack and getting beaten or killed. I had a bad feeling that I went back, he would kill me due to a drunken rage.
I'm so sorry, please continue your story.
I was tempted to turn him in for some profit, but then I didn't. I realized if I took him back to the North, I'd be noble to free him from slavery.
Why? From everything you learned in your life up to that point told you differently.
Jim was a good man. He made me realize that slaves were as much people as we were. They also had families to worry about.
What about the king and duke?
They were criminals.
Weren't you?
Yes, I was, but they changed my mind. They were so wrong. They attempted to steal a dead man's inheritance from their daughters by faking to be their uncle. Also, they blackmailed Jim and I into helping them, and I regret ever listening. I've learned a great many things from my experiences, but certain things stand out. I learned to make my own decisions based on a number of factors rather than bias or comfort. Most importantly, I learned what humanity is capable of. I learned we are capable of oppression in the form of slavery and deceit, that they are wrongs that shouldn't be commonplace. Character and reason mean so much more than appearance and comfort.
That is all, Huck. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me, mister.
In the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain expresses his disappointment in society and human pettiness. This quote expresses Jim and Huck's disgust of their Grangerford and Shepherdson feud. They see these respectable families killing each other endlessly and needlessly. Huck and Jim realize they are more at home with each other than perhaps anywhere else because of society's strange and unhealthy values. Huck decides to turn down Aunt Sally's offer to civilize him because he is disappointed in the society around him. He sees the wrongs his pap, the king and duke have done. He decides to go to Indian country because there's a possibility of a better life. Huck tries arguing with Jim based on the knowledge he has learned from Miss Watson and the widow Douglas. When Jim successfully argues with Huck, Huck realizes his own faulty logic. In Huckleberry Finn, Twain explains the ills of slavery and their inhumane nature. Huck feels responsible for Jim. He begins to see Jim as human after spending all of his time with him. Even though all his life he was told by Pap or the widow Douglas that slaves are more property and animal than man. In the book, Twain shows Southern corruption and deceit. Huck himself is a thief, but he changes as a result of certain events. Pap, his own father, tries stealing from him just so he can buy more booze. The king and duke try stealing a rich man's inheritance from his daughters. Huck in both instances sees the damaging effects of corruption and deceit. Jim also teaches him not to steal.